Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and this is Catherine the 19th. Today I'm going to be showing you what I keep in my camera bag. I always love watching these videos because I find it super interesting to know what everybody finds an essential to be when they're going on a shoot. For context, in my situation, when I am doing client shoots, I do video work. So that means that I have a whole other set of like audio kind of stuff that I bring with me. Whereas these videos, when photographers do them, obviously it's very just camera based. I'm definitely new to this. I just started doing freelance videography work more regularly in about May of 2017. So I haven't quite been doing this for a year yet as like a side job. So that gives you an idea of kind of where my equipment is at. Also, I'm going to do my best to talk to you about stuff that normally would be in here that isn't because I'm using it right now to film myself. Without further ado, let's take a look into my camera bag. So this is my camera bag. I actually just got it for Christmas of 2017. My parents very kindly gave this to me after I gave them the link on Amazon to buy it. I will leave the link below in case you're interested in it. It is a backpack by Bespire, I guess. It's not like a high quality brand or anything like that, but it's a great backpack that is quite affordable on Amazon, and there's a few reasons why I really love this. For one, probably my favorite feature is the side zippers, because one of the most frustrating things that I've found when I am traveling or doing a shoot where I've got to carry my equipment with me is I want to be able to quickly access anything, and it can be hard with a backpack because you have to take it all the way off to get things out, but not with this backpack because all you need to do is unzip the side, and then in here I've got my lenses. Or alternatively, on the other side, unzip it and my camera body is right there. I really like that. Another great feature of this bag is that on the inside you get a laptop pouch. I don't know if you can see. There's a laptop pouch in there, as well as a kind of upper level on top of these pouches where you can store some other stuff. So that's kind of the general layout of the bag. So let's dive right in. So starting from the top, actually, another great feature of this bag is that there are clips on the bottom that you can kind of like strap a tripod in with. I would show you, but I'm using my only tripod right now. So normally, if I was going on a regular, like full day video shoot, I would have my monopod and my tripod strapped in under this bag. Then, starting from the sides, I've got my camera body. So this is my main camera. This is the Canon 80D. If you're interested in seeing an unboxing, you can check it out up here. I got this camera in like January of 2017. I've been shooting with this since, and I really like it. It's definitely not the highest grade camera that you could be using as like a professional videographer. However, I think it's great for my purposes. It has a flip out screen, which I find super essential because obviously I'm filming myself a lot when I'm making YouTube videos, but also recently I've taken on a client project where filming myself is an important part of that. So that's really useful. I love that it has the LED display. Is this LED? No. I love that it has this little display here that says the aperture, ISO, etc. And you can film 60 frames per second at 1080p. I'm not a 4K person, so that is just perfect for my purposes. It is not a full frame camera, so that is a downside, but because of that, it's way cheaper. So the Canon 80D. That's obviously an essential of any of my video shoots, as well as my lenses. So I keep some of my lenses down here in this taller pocket, and then my littler primes I keep in the top. I use those the most often though. Recently I did a client shoot where literally all I used was my 24mm the entire day, which was great. But I do bring these along with me in case I need them. So this is the Canon 55-250 zoom lens. I think f4.5 is its maximum aperture. It's a great lens though for like sporting events, action shots, especially like midday. I've used this also for event photography, just because if you're like far away from someone or like you want to get candid shots of people at an event, then you don't have to worry about them getting all awkward when you walk up to them with a camera. So I bring along this lens. I bring all of my lenses pretty much with me to any like videography shoot, unless I know for sure I'm not going to need the zoom, just because like you might as well have it, like you own the lens, so you might as well have it with you. This is my other non-prime lens. It is the Sigma 17-50 f2.5. So this is a fast lens. It's very heavy because of that. Something that I've learned as I've gone into videography more is that Prime lenses are kind of your friend. Like I love the idea of the versatility of being able to go between 17 and 55 so easily and keep that low aperture. But this is a heavy lens and you can kind of hear it shaking around in there. I feel like that's probably not good. I got this lens used on Kijiji and it's been good to me, but I do think primes are a better choice because this is just such a heavy sucker. For traveling, that's nice though, but then again, it's heavy, so there's pros and cons to every lens, I think. Moving into the top of my camera bag, first thing that we pull out is my audio bag. So this is just I don't actually know what brand this is, but I got this for Christmas too. My mom got it from the thrift shop, so there you go. I don't know. It's just like a pouch. I think most people would use this for a makeup bag. This is like my audio equipment bag. So if we open this up, I've got a Zoom H1 handy mic. So I actually have two of these. Currently recording on the second one that I'm mic'd up to. So I would normally have two of these plus my Sony lav mic that I currently am using too. So those are my main audio devices that I bring with me. These are very reasonably priced, I think, for any beginner videographer. I think they're like $80 right now on Amazon, but I definitely paid more than that. They're just very simple, easy to use microphones. They have very good quality on their own, like if you were just to use the built-in mic. But I use a lav mic because it can get closer to their mouth and then I know that I'm not going to catch any like room noises. So, but either is great. Like we're recording our podcast with this right now and it's great for that. Two handy mics I think is a good combination. You always want to be recording audio from two places just in case one of those fails. So it's good to have one of these on top of your camera recording just like a shotgun mic and then one with the lav on your subject. So speaking of the shotgun mic thing, I have an aux cord. This basically just plugs in to the side of your mic and then you can plug it into your DSLR and then it will record the audio through this mic straight into the camera so you don't have to worry about syncing it up in post later. I do that sometimes, but a lot of the time I will just record everything independently because if you have the lav mic going plus the shotgun on the camera, like the Zoom mic, plus the internal audio, then you have three backups. So that's like a bit more comfortable for me, but sometimes depending on the situation, if you're going to be filming like a wedding ceremony or something that's super long and you don't want to have to bother syncing up audio later, then using an aux cord and just plugging it right in is a good option. What else do I have in here? In my audio bag, I also carry AA batteries because those Zoom mics take AA batteries. And the one downside to them is I feel like they go through batteries really quickly. So that's a little unfortunate, but they're cheap, so whatever. I also have these little hot plate screws. I bought these on Amazon because basically if you want to mount this to your camera, you just screw this in and then you can attach it to the top the way you would like a Rode Zoom mic, a Rode shotgun mic. So that's a way that you can attach the Zoom ones to your camera. I have another one of these too because on Amazon they came with a pack of them. I do actually keep my GoPro in here. So I bring this along just because I keep it in this bag, but I never really use this on client shoots. This is something that I more use for personal or like vlog stuff, when I'm traveling or whatever. I keep the screw thingy here so I can mount it to stuff. So that's the audio bag. Mostly what I keep in here in terms of stuff I would actually use on a shoot is the two Zoom H1 handy mics and the aux cord. Continuing on, in the top portion of the bag, I have my two prime lenses. So these are probably my favorite for shooting, especially when you kind of have more time to set stuff up. You don't have to worry about zooming in and zooming out all the time. So this is the Canon 24mm and this is the Canon 50mm. So these are both prime lenses. I think the 50 goes down to f1.5 and the 24 just goes to f2.5, I think. So this one has a slightly bigger aperture, which is nice, but this is like my dream lens, people. I'm telling you, this is so useful when you're filming yourself or when you're just filming in close proximity because it gives you, honestly, a good enough low aperture. Like the 1.5 can be great depending on the subject, but sometimes it gets like so ridiculous that when you're filming yourself, literally if I was filming myself on the 50 at 1.5, my point of my nose would be in focus, but my eyes wouldn't be. Like that's how close the differential is, like how shallow the depth of field is. Whereas with a 24, if you were at 2.5, no matter what, the whole face you're shooting is probably going to be in focus. So I think for the majority of cases, the 24mm is more practical for what you're going to need, though I do love the 50. It's like, a great beginner, like kind of like learning depth of field lens. But the 24 is what I used for my entire last shoot last week, and it was so useful. Like I just kept it on the camera the whole time. The thing that I find kind of funny about it is when you open it up, you'll see that it just has this tiny little dot in the middle as compared to the 50, which is like this huge lens. So I don't know, come on, get it. Anyway, so you can kind of see that the 50 has this huge glass and then the 24 is little. I don't know enough about the science of these things to know what that means, but it's kind of fun. I actually made an entire video about this in terms of lenses for crop sensor cameras, but the reason why the 24 is so good is because if you're working with a crop sensor like the 80mm, then your 24mm is going to look more like a 50 on a full frame, and your 50 is going to look more like an 85 on a full frame. So basically, what that means for the uninitiated is just that it's going to be a lot more zoomed in. If you're working in close proximity with your subject, then the 24 can be really useful for that because you aren't going to feel like you don't have enough space to get back. Finishing off what I carry in my camera bag, I bring with me my SD card case. I keep my extra SD cards in here. It's not full by any means because SD cards are expensive, my dudes. I have one 64 gig card in my DSLR. I have a 16 gig card that I keep in the Sony RX100, which I'm filming on right now. And I have a backup, two backup 16 gigs, and then a bunch of micro SD card converters. So that's pretty much what I keep in here. It's good to bring that along so you have an extra SD card backup in case you fill a card. The shoots that I've been doing lately are almost never long enough for me to fill a 64 gig card. If I was going to be in that situation, I would bring along my laptop and a hard drive so that I can back up my footage as I go. That's something that I want to start doing more frequently, but as of now, I don't usually do shoots that are long enough that I would need to continually be backing stuff up. The final few things that I keep in my camera bag are backup batteries. I only have one in here right now because I'm currently charging the other two. But anyway, I have 3 Canon batteries. These are like for the ADD line. I have 3 of these. For my Sony RX100, I also have 3 batteries. I just think it's really good to have 2 backups so that you can have like 3 times the battery life of your camera. And then, of course, you can always start charging. Basically, any shoot that I'm doing, I have a charger set up somewhere if that's available to me. And as soon as I kill a battery, I'll just start charging it so that I always have at least 1 full battery so that you don't ever get down to the point where you've run out. In addition to the camera geary stuff, when I go on a video shoot, I'm going to bring with me my purse and stuff, obviously, but I also usually bring a water bottle and my phone, maybe my phone charger, just to make sure that I've got everything that I could need for a day at work. Anyway, that is it for my camera bag. I hope you enjoyed this video and seeing a little peek into what I bring along with me when I do video shoots. If you are also a freelance videographer or photographer, let me know in the comments below what you bring in your camera bag when you go to work. If you have any questions at all about any of the stuff that I showed you, just let me know in the comments and I'd be happy to chat more about it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss any of my future videos. I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And as always, I love you all. I hope you're following your dreams, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!